First of all, thank you for joining in on this podcast. I did a video a day or two ago, and I had a question about specifically what is unfoldment. I used that word, and it was part of a video, and so I was asked because I love to get feedback about where else I can create a little bit more understanding, and by doing that I'm actually gaining my own understanding on a deeper level. So I love when things are pointed out to me, and so I immediately took a look at the idea of unfoldment and really breaking it down, and would like to start on that. So the video was just fun. It was all about different experiences and things I'm working on. I'm a yoga teacher. I teach meditation. I do life coaching with folks. And so this is a kind of a process I like to go through, and this is about unfoldment. And so I first want to acknowledge Kara, my good friend that suggested that I go deeper here, and also would like to acknowledge my coach, Linda Starr, with the book Genesis Formula. And so this teaching is directly some information that Linda Starr offered us back in December. So using her tools, and thankful for this. So with unfoldment, you start off with, there's 5 stages that we're going to go through. And not everybody goes through all stages, And so we start off with stage 1, which is, a person's life, and, all is seemingly going okay. 90% of the people are in this place of stage 1, and this is where they're living their lives. They've got kids, or they are kids. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and life is going along, as it does, with families and work and fun and pleasure and creation and all the different parts. That stage 1 is basically like things are okay, and then towards maybe a part in stage 1 is you start feeling a little bit different. Just start noticing different things. But otherwise, 90% of the people here are, just kind of doing their thing and have a certain amount of awareness, and it feels okay. And then there's the 10% that kind of go into, I feel something a little bit different. Then we move into stage 2. And so this one is a stage where, let's just pretend like you're in water and you're kind of tubing down a river, and all of a sudden you hit some rapids. You didn't know they were coming. So you arrive at the rapids, and so you've got a little jolt, to your awareness and to your system, and you just notice that, and then you notice that there's maybe a little bit of struggle. Let's just say some things in your life have kind of fallen away or changing. Maybe a job or an opportunity, or relationship. So there's a little bit of an experience here where there's a breakup of the ego. So we're starting to have some losses here, which are part of life, and you begin to feel a little bit of ego kind of shattering here. At stage 2 is a great time because typically a teacher arrives in your life. And for me, I certainly had a teacher, and just am so thankful for Miss Linda's assistance here in this way. And so the teacher helps you kind of catch your breath a little bit, and keeps you on that path. Now you can stop at stage 1 or stage 2 as a human. And so that's perfectly fine, being at that place. And also at stage 2, you learn to adapt. So as things come up that you don't expect, you learn how to adapt and how to integrate into new ideas when things don't go your way, or when you have some mishaps or different things that arrive. So you do learn. A teacher comes, your ego's going to break up a little bit, and then that teacher arrives to help you. In stage 3, this is a path that not everybody takes, some do. And this right here is a kind of a warrior's path. This is what we call, or is phrased, the dark night of the soul. This is a part that some people will choose in their lifetime. And so there's a group that will go this path. And dark night of the soul might include some of these experiences: a feeling or loss of everything, becoming penniless, learning that you have too much attachment to things or people or ideas or beliefs. You learn nothing is working. Nothing works because everything has fallen away. Some might say, I don't care, and I don't care that I don't care. So, pretty apathetic. There are also some tendencies in some cases to have suicidal thoughts. I can't do this anymore. So much loss. And then the final one is the linchpin of your last belief or your way of running your life has been pulled. So this is a really epic and prolonged period of the dark night of the soul. And luckily in stage 2, leading up to the dark night of the soul, is that a teacher has arrived. And so that is some love and support there. Stage 3 is going to take as long as it needs. And this is really a big pivot on the path of unfoldment. And some people don't choose this. It's not part of their path, and others it is. For me, it was my path. And I'm on the other side, thankfully. Then you go into stage 4. Stage 4 is almost like the fourth dimension if you have some knowing of that. It's the transitioning place. It is the place of becoming. And so what you once were is gone. There's been so much loss and so much change that you come into a state or container of becoming. So that's the transition point. And then moving into stage 5, which is unfoldment. And this is just simply put, it's a space of becoming where you lose your personality and you open to new portals. So you are basically an open container of possibility, a possibility of possibility. So this right here might be that place where you, after going through the dark night of the soul, you had a respite in stage 4 or the fourth dimension. And so when you arrive at the fifth dimension or stage 5, then you find that you made it. So there might be a feeling of, happiness, bliss, a deeper understanding of the people in your life, of the experiences that they're having and the distinctions between your experience and the others. Just noticing, becoming more observant in a neutral way, having more compassion, more empathy. And these again are my words. So this is what I've experienced through the dark night of the soul, is that through the experience I gained a much deeper understanding of people's paths, way more compassion, way more humility than I could have ever imagined. And all of that becomes beautiful, like badges of honor that I earned by going through this path. And so when you're at that stage 5, the idea of unfoldment, that's where the bliss and the peace is. And this is where we get to really acknowledge the people on the path in whatever position, if they were still on your path or if new ones came in, where you really acknowledge and have gratitude to those that have assisted you, even if they did, for some, leave your field of awareness. So that, to me, Kara, is what unfoldment is moving through. It's not so much the end of the experience, but it's the entire process. And again, stage 1 and stage 2, some people stay right there. Some people go into stage 3, the dark night of the soul. They can stop there. Some people go into stage 4 of transitioning and becoming, and they stop there. And some people go all the way to unfoldment. And so it's really a person's soul path that they choose. It's entirely perfect for every person that is on their path. Every person has the perfect place and the perfect experience specifically designed and creatively, beautifully expressed for each soul that is here. So thank you so much. Grateful for this moment. Grateful for my dark night of the soul and what I have become. And may you be blessed.